What shall we name him? Lilian, so we got you Elf on the Shelf. Like a Christmas tradition. Mommy doesn't really know too much about it, so why don't we open it up? I know you're loving this box. Is that your elf? And this is the book? Shall we read it? Starting tomorrow, because tomorrow's December 1st, which is the month of Christmas. And your birthday! Here's the book. So I think every single day the elf finds a new place to hide, and it's supposed to report back to Santa. But Santa is just for fun. You tell Mommy and Daddy what you need or want, and we'll see if we can get it for you. But Santa's just a fun character, part of Christmas. Oh, he's kind of stuck in there. How do we get him out? Access my official adoption certificate and a special message from Santa when we go to the website. The Elf on the Shelf, a Christmas tradition. From my family to yours, this charming tradition began for our family when my children were very small. The first time the Scout Elf arrived at our home, we officially adopted him by giving him a name. In the following years, Fizbee would appear around the holidays, usually in late November or early December. Self-control became a positive lifelong habit. I never dreamed this simple holiday time Santa sends me to you. I watch and report on all that you do. My job's an assignment from Santa himself. I am his helper, a friendly Scout Elf. Once you're finished, my mission can start. What will you call me, Sparkle or Heart? Will it be Foddle, Criddle, or Clyde? Fizbee's cute too, but you must decide. Each night while you're sleeping, to Santa I'll fly, to the North Pole, right through the dark sky. Of course, Christmas magic helps me to be quick. I laugh with my friends and report to Saint Nick. Then you must find the new spot I will take. You'll jump out of bed and come running to see who'll be the first to spy little old me. The rest of the year with Santa I'll spend. So blow me a kiss and bid me farewell. I'll fly away when I hear Santa's bell. Of course I will miss you, but wait till next year when the holidays come, I'll again reappear. Until then, I wish every girl and each boy a Christmas of peace and a year full of joy. This tradition began for Lilian, or for the Ledford family, on December 1st, 2021. We welcome our Scout Elf by choosing the name. What shall we name him? So I'm making spaghetti, if you can't tell, for today's dinner. It's one of Lillian's absolute favorites, and we really like it too. The ground beef I'm using is from ButcherBox. I get a monthly subscription. Chris and I pay for it ourselves. I am also a ButcherBox affiliate, so if you use my link or my code, you get a little bit of a gift when you sign up, depending on what's going on. I think currently it's either free bacon for life or free chicken wings for life. But I'll link it in the description box in case you are curious about ButcherBox. They are certified B Corp, which means they have high standards to make sure that they're giving back to the planet, that they're sustainably and ethically sourcing all of their meats, and that it is of the highest quality. They also pay fair wages, and they do 1% back for the planet. No hormones added ever. The reason they say added is because animals have natural hormones. There's also no antibiotic use ever. There's a couple like sneaky ways that companies can say that, but ButcherBox, you can go on their website and they're full disclosure. They will answer you if you have any questions, but I love them. The quality is top notch, and I always say feed your family what you can afford. Meat nutritionally is a higher content and has more bioavailable nutrients, especially red meat, than any other vegetable, fake meat, frankenfood. So while not everybody can afford ButcherBox or can feed their family using ButcherBox exclusively, we don't use it ButcherBox exclusively. We use it as much as we can, and then we of course buy from Whole Foods the rest of our protein, and even sometimes other places. Do what you can, just letting you know that feeding your family some sort of red meat, some sort of meat, some sort of fish is better than not including it at all. So whatever's in your budget, it's important. I also recommend you reading Sacred Cow or watching the movie Sacred Cow. It's produced and written by people who have way more credentials than me in a non-biased form, looking at the facts and looking at how to sustainably ranch and farm, including vegetables, because you need everything. So we don't use traditional noodles in this house very often. If we have pastas and stuff out at restaurants, we have whatever pastas available. Chris is borderline celiac. He got tested this time last year, and unfortunately the pastry lover is allergic to most gluten. I don't think it's the case if he were in a different country, but specifically here in the US, he is very sensitive to it. So we use Miracle Noodles. The other benefit of the Miracle Noodles, which is basically a shirataki noodle that helps a lot of people digest foods easier. This is a very common noodle used in Asian cooking, but it does smell funny when you open it. What I do is I drain it, colander, and I run it through cold water, and then I boil it for 3 to 5 minutes, and then I drain it. Then I kind of fry it up a little bit. So they're kelp noodles, they're shirataki noodles, however you want to call them. They are a little bit chewy. They're definitely not going to replace your typical like pasta necessarily, that texture. Sometimes you can get a replacement with like a brown rice pasta that's pretty decent. Just make sure you read the ingredients if you do have celiac or a gluten intolerance or any type of food allergies, because when you start replacing things, oftentimes they add in a lot of weird stuff. This is what it looks like, and I'm just rinsing it. Do you like it? And she shoves a piece of butter in her mouth.
Definitely your daddy's daughter.
She's having some spaghetti. This is one of her favorite meals. I try to only make it once every few weeks because I want to expose her, even though we know her favorites, it's important to expose her to as many different foods as possible and different textures and different flavors. It's why even at a sushi restaurant, I'll give her raw ginger. If she eats it, she eats it. If she doesn't like it, she doesn't like it.
I like
it. I love you. Okay, toast, mommy, toast. So that toast is from Bread Block?
Bread Block.
Bread Block.
We're going to an event there. No, tomorrow. No, next week.
Yeah, it's gluten-free. It's a gluten-free, minimal ingredient bakery.